truth, or you're tired of being so confused. You feel like you're more fucked up than the lies on the evening news. Well, just step right in. We can talk about it all as friends. And if you want, we can hug and kiss and make up for the party ends. Agree or disagree, stop offering me. 'Cause I'm everything you want, damn sure what you need. I won't tell no lies, back up all the facts with truth. And if you can't get down with that, you must be somebody's stuff.
It's Red Friday, RED Friday, which stands for Remember Everyone Deployed. A movement designed to honor veterans and deployed U.S. troops by wearing a red shirt every Friday. As simple as that may be, Red Friday is a great way to back those who serve our country. Go to dumbshow.com and search for Red Friday to get your red on.
What's up, everybody? It's Ryan Weaver. I am on the Don't Unfriend Me show, otherwise known as The Dumb Show, with host Matt Spear. You guys can find the show at The Dumb Show on social media or thedumbshow.com.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me show with your hosts Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Unfriend Me show. It is Jacket Friday, $25 in it to win it. We've already got our first submission. It just popped up. The Avs look like they're in it to win it. Wouldn't they, Olivia Spear?
Yeah, just a tad excited.
Oh my G, capital G.
You're going to have to deal with hockey talk for just a few minutes.
You're just going to have to deal with it, folks, because I'll tell you what, yes, we're very excited. I'll tell you what, I was going into my afternoon nap, which I take one every single day, no matter what. And I had taken it to the 3 o'clock hour, and I was like, okay, the best team in the league got better. They picked up a very large net front presence, great puck handler, decent speed, third line checking center, somebody who we want. That's great. They picked up 2 good defensemen, our 7th D, and then replaced and basically got Gerard back. So I felt really good. And I was like, you know what? Let's stand pat. I feel comfortable. I'm okay with where we're at. We can go ahead and move on from here. And then in the after hours, which happens on trade deadlines sometimes. In fact, last year there were like, did you reset goal?
Yes.
Redo it again.
Okay.
Didn't work.
Let me go in.
And in the after hours, like last year, there were 14 trades after the 3 o'clock hour. So, you know, it happens, but there was no way. There was no way I thought this was going to happen. There's just no way. It was like, it was a 0% chance in my head. And I was just like, just the math won't work. There's no way. Calgary's not going to retain salary. There's no way we're going to get Nazem Kadri back. And if we did, we would officially be, thank you, ever in NHL history, the deepest team at center ever. I mean, this is the deepest center team ever in NHL history. Like, it is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, there's never been a team like this. And I already told Olivia that this is better than the 2022 team, and she agrees. Now it is ridiculous to get Nazem Kadri back, who is just an incredible player, who brings so much to the bottom left-hand side of the power play, which is just what we need. We've missed it with Rantanen, and you put him on that top power play. He's a great PKer. He's an instigator. He gets in front of the net. He has wicked timely goals. And I think any hockey fan just knows that the Colorado Avalanche just punched their ticket, so to speak, because this team is now 0.79 goals better a game, 0.32 assists better a game, and at least 5% on the power play. This team's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
It's pretty exciting. Like, this whole household has been. So let me explain. We almost didn't come on tonight. I'm not going to lie to you. Olivia and I were like, no, we're not doing it. We're not going to do it. And because they're playing the Dallas Stars tonight, and we love our team, and this is a huge game. It's a 4-point swing. We're going to play them 3 times. This will decide the division. If we win tonight, we pretty much are going to win the division. So, this is kind of a must win, and this is a huge lift. I mean, Nazem Kadri is very well liked in the Avalanche locker room. I mean, this feels like 2022. It feels like 2000, 2001. It feels like 95, 96. I mean, it just feels like this is the Avs year. So we're very excited. So anyway.
Yes.
Now we've had our chance to talk about it. Olivia and I are going to get the hell out of here.
At 9:00.
Or earlier. Like we're going to power through this. If we hit jacket, so let's hit jacket. Like, if you want a chance to get in it, let's get it in. Avs good. The Stars are good too. Yeah, the Stars are good, but Ottinger's unproven. That's the problem. Rantanen's hurt. They didn't really increase them. They had gaps. They had some very serious gaps. And they didn't necessarily fix those gaps. Here's the thing. Dallas Stars are not a great 5-on-5 team. Their power play helps their team. Without Rantanen, it makes them a lesser of a team. Are they going to get Rant back? Sure. What's the health on Hintz? Is he as good as we think he is? Can they stay healthy? They don't have the depth that we do. Dallas is a very good team. But I think everyone knows it took them 7 games to beat them last year, and we had a very new team. We had 4 key parts: Nelson, Natchez, Drury, all new, Olofsson, all new to the team. And it definitely, the chemistry wasn't there. This team is not having problems with chemistry. This is a much better team than last year, and Dallas didn't necessarily improve. So we'll see what happens. Okay.
All right. Housekeeping. Couple things.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. 1, Free Jacket Friday.
There it is.
This is the new collegiate. You can choose the old jacket, the new one, totally up to you.
And coming soon in the middle of March, a Red Friday jacket is coming. We're going to make a Red Friday jacket, which everyone's going to probably want that.
Yeah. So $25 get you in it to win it. Here are the rules. You can donate as much money as you want, but you only get 1 entry for the drawing. We draw it on Monday. If you donate more than 25, we put it as an extra donation for somebody who unfortunately cannot afford it. If you cannot afford it, you need to reach out to us and let us know. And as long as we have enough extra entries, you will get in. But unfortunately, we cannot cover those entries anymore.
Yep.
So that's it. Also, to make it quick, as far as guests coming up, just to reiterate.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, do that real fast.
Brad Kohler, who is ex-UFC fighter and running for governor of Minnesota. He'll be on Monday.
Yep.
Chuck and Kathleen Peterson will be in-house on Friday. Finally get to meet them. Super excited. Following Monday, the 16th, Philip Hamilton, who is Virginia Senate candidate, will be in-house with us as well.
It's been a busy month.
I just confirmed I have a guest. His name is Brian Cook. He will be on the 26th. We just got that confirmed today.
We are solid.
Jessica Lynch will be on the 31st. And we are still waiting to hear back from the older millennial to get him scheduled. And I've got a few others in the pipe as well.
He's been busy. He's been busy. But I noticed that he did a video like I did the other day about honesty and lying in the media. So I think he watched it. So I get inspiration from other content creators too. It's just the timing of that's a little strange. So I think he knows who we are. He's watching our stuff. Hopefully he likes it. And I had a child in my hand for 8 hours straight, like literally all day. I did not have a chance to check my email. So I couldn't reach back out. All right, so let's get going. Last thing is somebody said, yeah, well, the Minnesota Wild got better. They got older, they got a little slower, and they gave themselves some third line depth. But here's the thing: they're going to play Dallas, so it's either Dallas or Minnesota, right? So we've got the Kraken right now in the first, and I believe that the Avs are going to win the division. I believe they're going to win the President's Cup, which I'm fine with, because actually everyone goes, oh, President's Cup's a curse. No, it's not actually. The odds are if you win the President's Cup, you have better odds to win than you don't. So like, yes, President's Cup doesn't have a huge success, but if you take it over the times that they've won, more people have won with the President's Cup than they win without it. So you can look at it both ways. But the point is that Dallas and Minnesota are going to beat the living shit out of each other in that first round, and then we get to mop up in the second round. That's exactly what happened last year when we had to face Dallas. And you know, we lost to Dallas, and we lost because we got cocky. We got up by a 2-goal lead, and then we coasted, and then we took 2 stupid power plays, and that was it. It was over. But that went to 7 games. Do I believe that the Avalanche are much better than last year? Yes. Like light years over where we were. I don't believe Dallas is light years where they were. They're good. They're good. I don't think they're in the Avalanche universe. I don't think anyone's in the Avalanche universe. This is very much like 2022. Okay, let's move on.
All right, let's go.
We're going to be busy. We got a busy night. Liv's going to be putting in donations like crazy. Tama De La Jose, $25. Happy birthday, Olivia. Very nice.
Appreciate it. I'm feeling, somebody asked me how I was doing. I'm feeling great. Appreciate it.
She had a wonderful morning and an evening last night. She got extra presents and extra presents, and she has a glow about her. So, and she'll have a glow tonight because we're going to go watch hockey. Let's get going. We got to get busy. We have a shite ton to do. Happy Red Friday, everybody. Fallen Soldier told you about Sergeant Declan Bodie and his sister. This is one of the fallen soldiers of one of the 6 that have perished in Iran, and I thought having her story present would be a good idea. In it to win it, Angela Hills, TGIF from Ventura, California. Make it a great weekend. Yes, ma'am, we certainly will. In it to win it, for $25 for the jacket.
Oh, and one more thing on housekeeping. It's our goal is 500. We need to reach 500 to give away 1 jacket. Every 500 is another jacket. So if we hit 1,000, we get 2 jackets.
Remember, we've got to hit that because the jackets are now up to like $125, almost $150 with shipping. So, let's rock and roll. Here is this video, a little emotional. Caveat emptor here.
Still don't fully think it's real. I didn't think it was real when they told us. Because I just remember all of our conversations about what he was going to do when he came back. And so I'll just be sitting and thinking about it. And then, it's really hard. And I didn't have like the same phone call like this weekend that my dad and like my brother did. And so I just really wish I got to tell him I love him one more time because he was just so amazing, and he always in front of everybody just was like really strong. He never let his emotions really show, but I don't know. I can't help but think just he was my little brother, and he was probably really scared even if he didn't want people to know. And so I just wish he got to know one more time that we all loved him because he was so amazing and kind. And like my dad said, like he didn't like speak like that much, but like he was just like the best little brother you could have.
You know, you can tell when somebody actually is in pain, you know? And you can tell the difference between, like, you hear the left and, you know, they're crying in the streets for, you know, petty and these people. And you're just like, it's so fake. That's pain. And you can hear it in their voice and their throat. It betrays them, you know? And the muscles and their eyes and their face and everything, and you can just hear the pain in their voice. And it really frustrates me that people like Megyn Kelly and others are saying that those soldiers died for Israel, and it's such a
disgrace.
It's such a blatant disrespect to the people who gave their lives, and I just can't stand how ignorant some of these people are. You know, it's really frustrating to. I understand you got to grift, and I understand you got to make your money. And right now, hating Jews is popular, but my God,
okay,
it's horrible. Aaron Warshower, $25 in it to win it. Thank you, Aaron. But yeah, so it's to me, I just think that if you don't have anything nice to say, then just shut up. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Here is a Pennsylvania school, $25 in it to win it is Lois Bentley. We're at 100 already. Great. We're 20% there. Let's keep it up. We got to hit 500 to get our jacket in it to win it. Lois, thank you so much. This is kids were walking out in a high school an ICE protest, and they were booing the people who were going to go protest against ICE. So I figured you want to see this. Here it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Goddamn time. CJ Jenkins, sorry, I hit it before you started it. Sorry, CJ Jenkins, fingers crossed. Sorry.
Thank you, CJ. Good for them.
Yep.
You know, I would go ahead. Yeah.
It's so good to see the other side of this, because all
Right.
it's been is constant showing the kids walking out of school, how the schools are supporting it, how people are. It's so nice to see the other side of things where people actually don't agree with this, because the media has made it look like the entire country is against ICE and supports everything. It supports the demonstrations and everything, supports the walkouts. We don't. Majority of the country does not support this. So it's nice to see that is starting to play.
It's funny. I had the exact same reaction. I was thinking of it, and I was like, you know, it's like when Hayden wore her Charlie Kirk hoodie. She didn't want to wear it to school. She was afraid. And when she did, she wound up having multiple people come up and go, oh my God, I love Charlie Kirk as well. And, you know, they always talk about, oh, we're censored, and you can't be a conservative in the schools today. I mean, you get ostracized and you get cast out of all the clubs, and like theater kids are vicious. Like they are just complete liberals. And you know, I understand where people are coming from. And if you don't want to talk about Trump and all that, that's fine. But if you're going to promote, you know, leftist ideology, then conservative parents need to start talking to their kids to speak out. Mm-hmm. I hate to say this, but you're only going to beat this if you face it head on, and you've got to give your kids permission to speak. I know we're Christians. I know we're supposed to just walk between the raindrops and keep our political beliefs. You know what? This ideology, this trench warfare passivity is not going to win. The only way is that if you allow your children to stand up for themselves and argue their facts, and you're like, well, Matt, I don't want my kid going to school and getting into politics and getting a bloody nose. It's better then than later. It's better now. And you got to arm them. You got to educate them. You got to teach them the things that this school isn't. So they have their shields up when they get into these schools. They almost took Hayden from us. They really did. I mean, they did a number on her. And if it wasn't for the grace of my daughter challenging me and how I interacted and making a phone call that I don't necessarily agree with, but it helped us as a family realize that changes need to be made. Maybe not from the standpoint that she lied about, but from the things that were affecting her to want to lie, to not tell the truth. And I think as parents, we have a responsibility to empower our kids and encourage them to stand up. And if you support the police, then you need to say that. If you support ICE, you say that. If you support Donald Trump, hell, you're 16 years old. If you can drive a car, you should know the difference between right and wrong. You should have enough responsibility to be able to start expressing yourselves and your beliefs. And you should stand up for God. You should stand up for your family. You should stand up for your principles.
Yep.
You know, and we've got to start doing it. I know we got Cadre back, Timmy. Holy shit. Can you believe it, dude? Like, I broke out my jersey. I've got like 10 of them up there.
Oh, I'm wearing the earrings and the hat.
I'm like, I'm breaking out my jersey tonight, man. We're ready to go. Dude, unbelievable that we got Cadre. Like, best trade of hands down. Like, in my opinion, I think Waugh is going to surprise people. I really do. This guy, he's a good third line center. He's a big size. He has 2 wingers that are really fast. I'm excited. All right. So, good call. Here, this was Trump didn't start the war. This was on a panel on the news. Olivia found this one. Watch this.
Yesterday, this morning, I was told we were not at war. Today in the press conference, Pete Hegseth says, end the war. Are we at war? Are we not at war? Do we want regime change or do we not?
The president told the Iranian people in his very first
moment.
You know, I know this may sound controversial, and among my friends, some of them is controversial.
That's okay.
But I think that a lot of commentary is missing, perhaps, the big picture.
I agree.
And there is a big picture here, and perhaps to simplify it, I would put it this way. I don't think it's right to say that President Trump has started a war with Iran.
Yep.
I think President Trump wants to finish a war that Iran started in 1979, 47 years ago. And these aren't just words. Let me just tell you an anecdote. In the 2003, 2004, when I was there in Iran, working on projects at a very high level, I was talking with deputy ministers, I was talking with, going back and forth, and I was in the foreign ministry in Tehran, where I met someone who was very senior, and he was semi-sympathetic with the projects we were doing. But as I was leaving, he looked me in the eye and he said, "You as an Iranian American, I want you to know something and listen very carefully." He said, "We in this building," and what he meant is the foreign ministry, which meant representing the government, which means representing the regime. He said, "We believe we are at war with the United States." He said at that time, "It's a Cold War, but it's a war nonetheless." This was a war.
I'll just remind you all, Trump called it a war.
I think it's inevitable.
2 days ago, yesterday.
Do they ever listen?
No.
Yeah. Do they ever just like take a second and process? That happens a lot. And I try to call it out when I'm talking to people or we're having a heavy conversation or a debate is stop. Wait a second. Did you even listen to what I just said? Take a second and process the words that I just said, because you damn well better understand that I'm listening to everything you're saying and processing it so I can try to understand your points. I didn't even listen to him.
He lived in Iran. He worked for the government. Seriously?
Right. Well, that's my point. It might be anecdotal, but it's firsthand. We were talking about this before the show, a colloquial statement. Does everyone know what a colloquial statement is?
I did, but now I do. Okay,
so a colloquial statement, and when it's used, is if we were going to say something to the effect of,
it's informal.
I got hit so hard, I went back in time. It's an informal speak. So when somebody says war, they don't mean declared war. They don't mean physically that we're putting hundreds of thousands of ground troops on, that we're claiming territory, that we have forward operating bases. That's not what we're saying. So Donald Trump uses war in a colloquial way, which is he's not saying war as in declaring war. He's using it nonchalant because it's an informal way of saying it without going into it's a battle. It's an airstrike. It's a systematic takedown of command control. He just says war because he's trying to speak in a very plain way. So when people are like, "Oh, well, Donald Trump said the word war, so therefore we're at war," that is just such a juvenile way to pretend that you don't know exactly what he's talking about. I'm going to play this real quick. Folks, we are in it to win it. $25 donation gets you in. $125 is already on the clock. You get yourself a blanket, which is a Sherpa blanket. They're really comfortable. The Don't Unfriend Me original jacket, and then the collegiate jacket that Olivia is wearing right now. $125 from Columbia, 36,000 stitches. It's all embroidered. It's a beautiful jacket. All entries enter to win by the end of the year prize. You get one entry, $25, boom, you're in. Of course, you can give your regular donation. If you donate 50, 100, 500, whatever, that's fine. And you can use those extra $25 for other people who also want to get in it to win it. We need to hit that $500 mark. We are pushing it because we have a Colorado Avalanche game that Olivia and I have to watch tonight. And we're going to eat the first period for you. So we came on tonight for that reason. We didn't want to miss it. So if we don't feel like we're going to be able to hit this tonight, then Olivia and I will jump off and we'll call it a good night and we'll come back on Monday because we want to watch our game. Liv, your thoughts on that, his comments?
What he was saying, I mean, it's very interesting and to hear that. But I think most liberals and leftists, they're not listening to listen. They're listening to speak. And honestly, most of them will ask you a question so they can answer it on their opinion. Like, what's your favorite type of music? Wait. But my favorite type of music is this. And that's what they do is they ask a question. They really don't care what your answer is. They just want you to start to answer. And then they're going to interrupt you and tell you what their favorite is. And that's what they do. They couldn't care less what Republicans.
Do you know what that's called?
I don't know the formal word.
It's exactly what we were just talking about. It's the difference between active and passive listening. There's passive listening. Like there's times where you're just like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, oh God, will you please stop so I can say something? And I do it too. I go on and on and on forever. I understand. But actively listening and that's the one thing that I get from every person that comes on this show that we interview is that I really pay attention to what they're saying. I really listen to what they're saying. I'm actually listening. And I tried to do this with the idiots who call in too. And I've tried to listen to those knuckleheads.
Which is hard sometimes.
Thank you for subscribing. So, you know, it's just, you should always be an active listener. Passive listening is useless. It doesn't do you any good. You don't retain any of the information. You should always be actively listening if you respect the person across from you. It's just good business. We got so much tonight, guys. In it to win it, $25. We got to keep these donations coming in. We really want to hit that tonight and hit the jacket goal. Last week was tough. If we don't hit it this week and crush it, we're probably going to go back to one giveaway a week for a month for the jackets. In fact, I'm going to call that tonight. And I think that's totally fair. Okay. And it's just because people, listen, times are tough right now and a lot of people don't have the money. Iranian woman defends Iran. You found this video. This is a reel. What are we watching?
What is going on is she's basically saying that Mamdani is saying the exact same thing that what's his name, Kalamani or whatever, Kamari or whatever the heck his name was.
Calamari. That's
yes,
right.
Calamari.
Right. The Ayatollah Calamari. Yes.
Yes. What he said 47 years ago.
Okay. So there's Khomeini and there's Khomeini. There's Khomeini and Khomeini. So
we're just going to call them both Calamari and be good with it.
Call them
They're
Calamari,
both dead.
right?
Who cares
There's
at this
Ayatollah
point?
Khomeini and Khomeini.
I don't care.
That's fair enough. You put that in?
Sure. I thought you were.
You got to keep them going. You got to We got to like it builds on rhythm, and when people see people are doing it, everyone gets into it because what people do is they want to hold till the end. So if you keep putting them in and just keep rolling them, boom, 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 boom. Thomas is in it to win it. Tommy Austin is in with $31.40. Tommy, thank you, brother. In it to win it. We're at $156.40. We are almost about $40 away, $44 away from being in 20% to goal. Excuse me, 40% to goal. Let's rock and roll. I'm going to show this video real quick. Slow night tonight. Not a lot of people on. Let's hope we can hit this. Here we go.
That right now, I tell them we picked our Mamdani, not me. A lot of people picked their Mamdani 47 years ago in Iran, which was Khomeini at that time. If you watch if you just listen to what Mamdani said in New York, it's verbatim what Khomeini said 47 years ago in the Islamist lefty committee at that time. And people got fooled because it was at the end of 70s and they just wanted to be hippies and free, and that's how it looked like at that time for Iran. So they picked their Khomeini that was supposed to just come and help people have free everything and give the oil money to
How could you say no to free everything?
Free all of that. And you watch what he says. You listen to Mamdani. Trashes are 7 feet high in New York. He just became mayor, but his priorities are to Prophet Muhammad, to Hijrah. He brought Medina, all of these 1400 years ago. What happened with their prophet? He just brought it to New York. That terrifies me.
Scary. People need to listen more. That's
well,
why
they didn't listen to any of the Cubans.
No, that's...
I mean, they've been talking about communism for years, how Russia and Cuba and talking. I mean, we talked about with Vietnam. People won't listen. They don't care. They think communism ultimately has never been tried. And socialism has never been effectively instituted. And the reason why socialism doesn't work is because it's never been properly true socialism. But that's the problem. You can't have true socialism because it always turns into communism.
Yep.
And it's been tried. It's been tried 128 times, and it's been a failure everywhere. Nobody can tell me a place where it's actually been successful outside of an island with 150 people. Carrie Ripley is in it to win it.
Actually, that was Bobby Richardson.
Bobby Richardson's in it to win it with 26-25. We're now almost 40% to goal. Let's keep it going, folks. But this is the way Khomeini was. Ayatollah Khomeini was horrible. This happened 47 years ago. I mean, you guys remember the flights that they would actually hijack, and the Iranian terrorists would come in and take over our flights. They had hostages, U.S. soldiers. This is why Reagan had to come in and ultimately say, on day one that I take office, Carrie Ripley, in it to win it, $27. Thank you, Carrie. We are officially at 40%. Keep going, folks. Let's keep rocking and rolling. So that's the whole mentality. And Mamdani may not be a spiritual leader with theological terroristic ties, but Mamdani does actually repudiate Americanism and Western civilization. This is in his belief structure. He hates the Jews. And with the Jews come the infidel, which is the Americans. He doesn't like us. He doesn't appreciate who we are. Look at his cabinet. Look at how he prays. Look at how everything about him is the Muslim religion. And you'll realize that that's okay. You can be that way. But what happens if a person does that who's a conservative, who has rosary and breaks it out and starts forcing people to pray with them? What happens if he makes constituents get baptized? What happens if he makes people take communion? What would happen? Well, we would absolutely reject this person. We would castigate this person as some sort of cleric or televangelist. So why is it okay for him to do that with a Muslim religion? Because nobody will say it. This is the Overton window. You can't say it because it's not okay. I'll fucking say it. I don't want his religion. I don't want his beliefs. I don't want anything when it comes to Mamdani representing me or any of the people that I associate with, because he doesn't. So, I mean, there's things you can say and there's things you can't. And my recommendation is we start saying the things, but we shouldn't.
Exactly.
Kids fight cops. Kimberly Dreisen, $25. We're almost halfway there, folks. $234. Love Hillsboro, Oregon.
From Hillsboro.
Love, whatever. In it to win it. Kimmy, we love you. Thank you. Kids fight cops. I saw this and my jaw hit the floor. You found it.
I'm trying to think. There was so many videos I watched today. I'm trying to think which one it was.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I'll just play it. Here it is.
I'm so sorry.
This bitch got me a little bit.
Mace in the face. What do you just macer, taser, shooter, do something. A PR-24 right to the head. That'll do. All this guy, listen to me. Okay, I'm not a cop. And I know there's ex-people who watch this who got all pissy. Oh, you don't know the law. Okay, whatever. Dude, your gun is right there.
That's what I was going to say. I'm amazed that the gun didn't actually come out. I mean, the fact that they actually let them keep doing that when they're outnumbered, I'm shocked that.
Dude, like this is pepper spray in the face, taser, and at this point you got to pull out the PR-24 and start whacking some skulls. Mm-hmm. But this is the problem that they're hamstrung. They can't do anything. Oh, you're pulling the cop's hair. See, at that point, that's when you close fists and you just sock her right in the fucking mouth. Like this cop should just throw an elbow right into her nose, smash her nose across her face. I mean, the moment she pulls hair and makes contact with that cop, this is it. All rules go out the window. I mean, what are you doing?
Ridiculous that they think they can treat police officers as well.
That gun is snapped in. Anybody worth their salt can get that gun out. It's one flick of the button and pull straight up. And trust me when I say this, in that confusion with his hands tied, what's he going to do? I would not be turning my back on people. I would not. I don't know, man.
Just horrible.
I mean, first of all, who raises their children like this? I wouldn't even have the guts to do something like that. Like, I was always raised where you don't do that to officers. You show respect. You show a level of deference. What's wrong with these kids?
They are raised with no respect. They have parents. Their parents are their friends. There's no discipline. And they hate the police, and they're in the disband the police and defund the police, and they think that that's what they need to do. And
well, they got another thing coming because they're all going to jail, and they're going to jail for a long time because this is the problem. You assault a cop, you hit a cop, you're going to jail. And I hope they are. Let's put it this way. If they're in California, they're probably going to get statues for them.
Exactly. Or Minnesota.
It's time that we stop the craziness. It's time we take our streets back. If I would have done that, and first of all, there wouldn't have been female cops there. I keep saying it. That guy was an effeminate male. He's out of shape. He wasn't strong. He's fat. Now listen, I'm not some spring chicken, and I'm not saying I'm an Adonis, but I'll tell you what, if I was doing that job, and whenever I was in the military, I was in shape, and even out of the military, I was in shape. I'm in shape now. Compared to that guy. You have to have a physical prowess when you're an officer. And this is why, because what people don't seem to understand is the limitations that officers have to take down somebody. They just don't. And when people don't respond to non-kinetic threats, you've got to get kinetic with these people. You've got to put some elbows in their face. You've got to use pepper spray. You've got to use a taser. But like, we restrain cops way too much, and the rules of engagement, that his arms were tied up. That woman was right there. She was right. Her face was right in his sidearm. And it's not that hard to get that out of the holster. And if his arms are tied up and locked in with somebody else, and she flips that button and pulls that firearm, he's dead. It's just ridiculous.
It is. We need to start giving power back to the police, power back to teachers, power back to people in authority.
And they don't have to go kill people, but my point is that they
need to be able to act. They need to be able to defend themselves, and they need to not feel like they have to tiptoe around criminals, or they're going to be thrown in jail.
But the moment that they start getting physical, the rules should kind of leave.
It should. In
the sense of, like, you're not allowed to do chokeholds. I understand that. I understand. But you have pressure points. You can use, positions of restraint. You can use their body weight against them. You should be able to put their knee in their back. Like, there's things that they have been limited what they can and can't do. And ultimately, it's just going to get cops killed. And it's going to get people killed, because that's going to escalate. Because those cops have to arrest you the moment you hit them.
Yep.
And you don't want to get caught, and you are going to fight and do whatever you can to be stopped. Well, folks, it's going to escalate into someone getting shot. And they're going to be like, oh, they were so innocent. They're not fucking innocent. They're literally trying to hurt cops. So if you do that, what's the response?
Yeah. We as Republicans, we need to start standing up for ourselves, and we need to fight back. And I understand we're the no fight party and blah, 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 blah. We're past that. We actually have to. We need to get physical. We need to get in their face, and we need to show them we're not afraid of them. And that's why they act like that, because they think they can push us into a corner, and we're not going to do anything. And that's how we used to be.
Yeah.
It needs to not be that way anymore.
Well, I've got the solution. Go ahead, Liv. Remember, keep putting these in.
Okay.
Don't stop.
Right,
Don't hold them anymore. This isn't like normal donations. Chuck Peterson, $75. One for me, one for Kathleen, and into the kitty for someone that needs it. You got it, Chucky. $75 in it to win it. It is Jacket Friday. If you guys want to get a jacket, best way to do that is to put in $25 to get yourself a jacket. This is how it works. It's simple. You go ahead and you pick a Sherpa blanket if you want. I mean, I don't understand.
Suzanne, you said keep going. So
yeah, but not when I'm doing a commercial. I
didn't mean to.
They can't see it.
Sorry, Suzanne McGorn.
Every time, every month. It's like, I don't understand. Suzanne McGorn, $25. Thank you. Don't do it now.
I won't do it.
Okay, hold on. It's that you're getting senile and you're 46-year-old.
I am.
$25 in it to win it. You get a Sherpa blanket. You can get a jacket, either jacket at the Dumb Nation original, or you can get the collegiate jacket that Olivia designed and is wearing right now. 1 entry per person, Monday drawing, and all entries in the end of the year drawing. Last year's drawing, it was like about $500-600 worth of prizes. This year, it's going to be much more than that, as long as we don't keep going over the commercial. It happens every month. Every week we do this. It's the same every time. Like Olivia's timing is so bad.
I know.
She'll be like, okay, on the count of 3, we're going to go. And she's like, 1, and I'm like, wait a second, what happened to 3? All right, it's fine. You're doing fine, honey. But I do want you to keep going as long as there's not a video playing. Like right now, you can put one in. See? Perfect. In it to win it, $359.65. CP Williams is in it with $25. Alfonso, I'm glad you got some snow. Hopefully that luck turns over to the Avs tonight. Let's keep going. We got a busy night tonight.
I'm putting one in.
Hopefully this helps. Gay Maps. I'm sure Gay Maps will fix this. $25 from Jeffrey Oliphant. In it for the benefit of the audience. Jeff, we love you.
He won in January, so that is an extra donation.
He always gives
so much, Jeff. We really appreciate it.
So, folks, if you need help and you can't give, all you got to do is ask. It's that simple. Elizabeth Hall can't win again, so she's not going to ask. But I know Dodie and a couple of others need some help. So if you don't mind, just tell us you need a ticket, and we've got a couple extra right now, and Olivia will go ahead and take care of it. 2 extra. All right, Gay Maps. Let's listen.
So I think we were trying to make the maps more gay.
Literally? How do you make
a
map more gay?
I mean, especially
or
with
gay
AI,
at all?
you know, since the age of cartography, we've had pretty good maps, but maybe they weren't gay enough. So I know also, I took critical theory in college. I think sometimes people use queer as a verb. I do understand that the maps that we were trying to make gay were, I think, of Czechia and Slovakia. So maybe those countries asked for it. I doubt it, but I don't know.
We do have real things to work on in Congress, like what's going on with the imminent threat of Iran. And it is embarrassing that we have to talk about the fact that things like this were funded. Non-binary and trans francophones, linguistic attitudes and ideologies towards inclusive French in Montreal, Canada, these things. I'm going to give you a list. My time has expired. I'm going to give you a list of these. And any of these that you can provide me the receipt for, the Facebook link to where they wanted to take photos of how they were doing a DEIA flash mob in Kyrgyzstan, whatever documentation they have of all of these things, we would love to see that and would absolutely love to know the individuals specifically that were busy writing these grants, because they have no business receiving another paycheck from the people of the United States of America. In that, I will recognize.
What the hell is a gay map? Is it like a map to some guy's, hairy beehole or what? What are gay maps?
I have no idea.
You selected the video. What is it?
I don't understand. What it made me think of was the
more colors,
West Wing,
rainbows,
the West Wing, the whole map thing. But what do they want the countries to have like rainbow in the name? Like the name should be rainbow. I gotta look this up.
Yeah, you the one who found the video. I mean,
I don't understand.
Making maps gay refers to controversy during the Biden administration involving U.S. intelligence and national security agencies updating mapping standards to be more inclusive. The issue came from guidance from the DEI initiatives across federal agencies and some trainings. Guidance on inclusive language and map annotations, discussions about how demographic or social data is labeled, training materials encouraging awareness of gender and identity and terminology. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
Okay, repeat that. I'm sorry. I was going through.
It doesn't matter. Everyone else heard it. You're busy. That is just insane. The dumb. How do you make a map more inclusive? Like, do you not have any brown areas on it? I mean, do we have to paint the desert pink? It's so stupid. It's just the dumbest thing in the world. I don't even know how to comment on this. Folks, remember, we're not going to be, it'll be limited on I'm doing it.
Sorry.
It'll be limited on the tickets. So right now we've got 2 extra tickets, and we're going to go ahead and randomly select those. Olivia, there's about 8 people who want them. Olivia's going to throw those tickets in and randomly pick. The more extra donations we get, the better we are. Right now we're at $384. So we're about $115 away from the jacket giveaway for the first one. Okay, well, this is stupid. I'm not doing this anymore. Jessica Tarlov gets crushed by Jesse Waters, and this is pretty good. Watch this.
That it's been an imminent threat for 47 years, even though we were sending birthday cakes all around. And Jesse says in 5 or 10 years, it could have gotten really bad. That would have given us a little more time to think this through. And you guys basically listening to you should just wave that mission accomplished banner and go back to that kind of era, because you're talking as if that this is a done deal, that we are so overwhelming them that nothing can go wrong, when the facts on the ground are that things are going wrong. Wall Street Journal, New York Times, Reuters, NBC confirming that it was U.S. airstrikes that were responsible for hitting that Iranian school. Over 150 people dead, dozens of children. You talk about our new allies in the region, and I have given President Trump his flowers multiple times about the Abraham Accords, but the FT reporting that our partners like the Saudis, the Emiratis, Kuwaitis, Qataris are talking about withdrawing from contracts with us and suspending their investments. Oil prices surging. You love to talk about gas prices, up to $86 a barrel. The Qataris say we could get you to $150 a barrel, gas up 35 cents in a lot of conservative states. So that's not good for the midterms. And the Trump administration didn't refill the strategic petroleum reserves. You can say, oh, Biden depleted it. You still had over a year to fill it up. And you shouldn't go to war in the Middle East when you don't have enough oil. And now that Russia is providing the Iranians with information on where to strike American forces, so we didn't give the Ukrainians the Tomahawk missiles they asked for to take out the drone factories, the $20,000 drones that we spend $4 million on a missile per to take out. And now the Russians are helping the Iranians, and Bloomberg's reporting that we're going to ease sanctions, oil sanctions on the Kremlin.
Are you saying this operation's not going well?
Yeah.
I am saying that it is not.
Is that what you're saying, Jessica?
I am saying that there are problems with this operation.
No, tell the American people right now, is the American operation against the Iranian regime going well? Tell them.
I don't know how.
You don't know that this is an effective.
I don't know how you
So
could
full of
listen to me
shit.
say that we struck an Iranian school and that there are a bunch of dead kids and just say this is going great.
Jessica, he murdered 35,000 people. If someone made a mistake when they hit a school, that's bad, but that's war.
But
And to
you
say
don't mention
this
it. You just say,
operation is not
Because the investigation isn't done.
Don't lie about the war. Do not lie about the war, Jessica. You're lying to the American
I'm
people
prepared
about
to
the war.
come out and say
you know the war is going well.
I'm willing to say that this is a done
He's
deal.
ready to wave.
Okay. The next entire segment is going to be on weapon systems and some of the things. I've done some basic analysis for you.
I'm putting one in.
What are we saying about Jane?
I have no idea. I haven't been reading chat. I've been too busy. Sorry.
Okay.
Brian Moody, thank you so much. In it to win it. Appreciate it.
Let me show you just a little graph, okay? And I've told you guys and broken down Iran's capabilities. Iran's capabilities, when it comes to its kinetic capabilities, right? So it's non-kinetic, which would be electronic countermeasures, electronic warfare, funding proxies, which is still a non-kinetic because they're using money and influence, but they're not doing the actual attacks. Keep them coming.
Sorry.
I'm not playing a video. Keep them coming. We'll just keep just boom, 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 boom. It's all about that. Glenn Clark donated $25. In it to ween it.
In it to ween it.
Thank you. So I'm sorry. I'm pissed off by Jessica. I don't mean to be short with you, Libby, if I am. I'm pissed off because here's some data for you. Here's some raw data for you. Okay. And here's the problem. Facts. A school getting hit. It's possible. We sent in Tomahawks. We hit mosques. We hit schools. We hit orphanages. We hit places that this is why people come home in sweats. This is why people come home and they can't breathe. This is why people come home and they struggle with reintroducing themselves into real life. She doesn't know anything about this. And yes, we use precision munition, but we can't control sympathetic explosions. We can't control building collapses. We can't control that if they intercept one of our rockets, and if it falls on a school, we don't know. The investigation's not done yet. And until it's done, I don't want to hear shit, because this is fog of war. And we have heard this from the ghost of Kiev. We heard this about Skull Island. This is the fog of war. It's just what happens. We hear it in every situation. But here's not fog of war. Here's the stats. This is directly from the Department of War. Day 8, Iran missile launches. Started off on day 1, ballistic missiles, 350 were launched. Day 2, 175. Day 3, 120. Day 4, 50. Day 5, 40. Day 6, 32. Day 7, 28. Day 8, today, in a 24-hour cycle, 15. Drone swarms, 294, 541, 285, 45, 38, 30, 12. What's the pattern, Liv?
I would say that their attacks are getting smaller and smaller.
And the reason why is because their overall capability to execute offensive is getting less and less because they have 80% depreciation and frequency of their overall drone attacks and over 90% of their medium range and short range ballistic missiles. So don't sit here and tell me this war is not going well. JD Stibble, $25. People die. But I promise you, the Iranians, JD, an extra ticket. God bless you. Thank you, my friend. Listen, things happen. People die. We're going to lose U.S. soldiers. We're going to use allies. We're going to lose allies. We're going to lose Iranian civilians. All of these things are 100% accurate. But at least we are trying to stop a regime that just executed 40,000 civilians. 40,000.
In what, 2 days?
3 days.
What did they do? I don't even know what they did.
They shot him, killed him, gathered him, hung him. So my point is that from an optics standpoint, you can say that this war is going good or bad, but from an actual data and depreciation standpoint, this war is being executed flawlessly, and it is a war. Like, it's not declared war, but once again, colloquial. We're war.
When was the last, what was it? Vietnam was the last war that
No,
was?
we didn't declare war. World War II, honey.
World War II was the last. So the fact that anyone is bitching that he is going to war, Trump's going to war without declaring it, Vietnam wasn't declared. I mean,
we haven't declared war since World War II. Sherilyn, home. Hello, everyone. Has an awesome, safe weekend. I myself recovering from a slip and fall outside on ice. Ooh. Sherilyn, I hope you're okay. We love you. I hope you're okay. I know we're gonna get to the drone ship. The next segment is you guys wanted some BDA. You're gonna get some BDA. Hey, we hit it. $51.99. Mel is in it to win it. One extra. It's jacket night, folks. 5/11/64 is where we're at. Great to see that we hit it so early. Jessica Tarloff just should be seen and not heard. Olivia knows I have a little crush on Jessica Tarloff. I think she's cute. But damn it, she pisses me off sometimes with her just idiotic statements. Mm-hmm. You don't get to sit here. You said the same shit about Venezuela. And now she's like singing the praises of Venezuela, that the Venezuelans are actually like, we're ready to negotiate. We're ready to open up trade with the United States. Folks, less than 45 days. You guys were saying it was going to be World War III, that this was going to be a forever war. Iran, we just gave a 4 to 6 week timeline to be out. You guys don't seem to understand this, is that Iran is not an offensive capable. They don't have cavalry. They don't have mechanized infantry. They have a lot of foot soldiers. They have conventional weapon systems when it comes to their battalions of army and post-type Marines. But they don't have air support anymore. They don't have naval support anymore. They don't have ISR support. They don't have satellites. They're not going to have any drones. And I'm telling you right now, I told you what the 5th phase is. They're going to drop the Moab on these sons of bitches. And the moment that they go ahead, they are going to get kinetic to a point where they're going to blow away up a square mile of desert the moment that they start pushing south into the Kurds. The United States has not even brought in their artillery. They are going to sit on the southern side of Iraq, northern side of Iraq, and they are going to use howitzers to send these fucking people into the dust. They're going to put 400 to 500 howitzers on the end of this and massive artillery lobbing shells at these assholes. They're going to send in A-10s and Apaches that are going to mutilate these people. This is not Afghanistan. This isn't even close to a fight in Afghanistan. The IRGC knows one thing: throw troops and throw heavy amounts of troops at the problem. If they do that, they're going to be into a shredder. Because the moment that they push a division down south, they're going to get a Moab right up their keisters. We're already blowing up barracks. I told you last night we're going to hit barracks now. Folks, every single step of this, I have told you what's going to happen, and it's laid out exactly like I told you. Today, we were hitting the IRGC barracks. I told you they were going to go after the drone motherships. They did that. Next, the IRGC is going to push into the south to address the Kurds. They're going to address what's happening with the Pakistanis to their east. And when that happens, the United States is going to rain holy fucking hellfire on their military.
Good.
Every single step of this I've called and told you. I told you about the bombing of their deep embedded base. Their bases where they had missile systems and they were pulling them up and they were going to HK those. Did you hear today they actually use the language? Did you hear the Admiral today when he's like, we're HKing these targets, we're hunting and killing these targets? Every single step of this, it hasn't changed in 50 years, folks. I've been out of the military for almost 30 years now. The language hasn't changed. The strategy hasn't changed. To capture and kill the enemy starts with command and control. You then go ahead and take out their offensive reach capability and any over-the-horizon capability they have. You then go after their electronic technology from an infrastructure standpoint with food and water and electricity, their logistical supplies. Then you go into their hard and reinforced sites. Then you kill their foot soldiers. Once that happens, they're neutered. Every step of this, I have told you what's going to happen. I haven't been wrong once.
Nope.
Not once. There's no analyst on TV who's gotten it right like I have. This isn't arrogance. It's not arrogance. It's just a fact. Because now I'm going to show you the rest. Next is Moab. John Sleginus.
Yeah, he's donated before.
Yeah, and it to win it. $25. I think that's how you say it. Sleginus or Sleginus. Doesn't matter. It's a great name. $5.36. And it to win it. Appreciate you, John. We thank you. Here, it's not bragging. I'm not trying to be cocky. But I'm also ensuring that I'm also downplaying it, saying this is just what every intelligence specialist knows. It's anybody who's worked in the IC. We understand how to do this. I worked in strike. This is what I did. I love it when people question my military service. Where the fuck do you think I get my information from? You think there's some sort of top secret guy in the Pentagon who's calling me? You think there's some commander in CENTCOM who's picking up the phone and saying, Matt, we have to brief you. It's so very, very important. No, this is stuff they train me to do this. They train Leroy to do this. And this is why you come to this show, because we give you the straight poop. It's pretty simple. Leave John names alone. Yeah, I know. God, you guys, all you Poles, seriously. Listen to this.
Something that I think gets lost in the conversation around Donald Trump's foreign policy. And that is, regardless of what happens in the short term in Iran or Venezuela or Cuba or Denmark and Greenland and NATO, regardless of what happens in the short...
Watch Cuba. Remember I told you, Venezuela? You would see what happened with Bolivia, Peru, and South American countries, but watch Cuba. Cuba was vulnerable. Watch.
...term in those individual conflicts. We have to grapple with the long-term consequences of a foreign policy that blows up international rules and institutions and reinstitutes a might makes right global order. Because in that new global order, as it was 100 years ago, 200 years ago, the message to countries is simple and clear.
Colombia and Cuba, because Cuba is struggling, and we knew this would happen. The moment we got involved with Iran, and the moment we got involved in Venezuela, that Cuba was going to follow too. But what I'm saying is watch Cuba. Watch what the left does with how we execute in Cuba. That's my point. Not that Cuba's going to fall, about what we do about it. But watch this first. Watch McBride. Watch this dude try to explain geopolitics.
That the stronger you are, the safer you are. And that the ultimate, in that context, source of security and strength is a nuclear weapon. And that will be true for our friends and our adversaries. After all, when you go back to 2002 and George W. Bush's Axis of Evil speech to Congress after 9/11, he mentioned 3 countries. The only country now that the United States has not struck and sought to destabilize and potentially destroy
North Korea
is North Korea.
No shit.
The one country that Donald Trump, of those 3, has cozied up to. And that is the one country...
That's Saudi Arabia?
...that pursued nuclear weapons successfully.
Oh, Israel.
And in that world, where more countries are pursuing nuclear weapons The inevitable consequence is either more military strikes to prevent those countries from getting nuclear weapons or more countries having nuclear weapons. Neither is a future that we want. I want to point out something.
Oh shit! I think I'm not going to disagree with him at all. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right. So good for you. So what do you want to do? You want to do sanctions? You want to put blockades? Not every country is susceptible to that. Other countries are funded by proxy. The reason Iran has a nuke is not because we didn't put enough sanctions on it. It's because China and fucking Russia gave them the technology. They upgraded their rocket system. Same with North Korea. Chinese and Russians upgraded North Koreans' technology and rocket technology, did the same thing for Iran. So even with all the sanctions that we imposed on Iran, they still were able to go ahead and start spinning centrifuges. And the reason why is because they were getting help. This isn't about limiting nuclear weapons. This isn't about nuclear proliferation. In fact, it's just the opposite. In fact, these countries are in desperate measures who are the nuclear powers today, but even the people who have nukes for nuclear deterrence aren't using them. Even Putin isn't that stupid to use a nuke, and he could have. He could have ended Kyiv in one shot. He didn't do it. They could use tactical nukes, which have a low yield, 1 mile of penetration. The radiation parameters of it are pretty insignificant. Local population, local waters, maybe some atmospheric issues, but overall a tactical nuke can be used. And yes, it will create some issues for radiation, but it's not a hydrogen bomb. It's not an atomic bomb. It's a tactical nuke. They can use hyperbaric bombs, hypothermic bombs, which will take out a full fucking city block, a square mile. And Russia has one of the biggest ones possible. Why aren't they dropping those on Kyiv? Because they understand that the reaction and the retaliation of the world. And Putin's not that stupid. He could go kill 100,000 people tonight with one shot with a non-nuclear weapon, non-nuclear entity. So can we. We could fucking flatten Tehran 20 times over with Moabs. We don't do it. Why? Because I don't fear the person who has 1,000 nuclear weapons. I fear the person who only wants one. And that's not even my fucking line. Iran wants one bomb. That's all they want. That's all they need is one. And they will blackmail the world with it. North Korea wants weaponry. They say they want to rain fire down on the U.S. They don't want to do that. North Korea wants a nuclear weapon so China stops fucking with them. That's what they want, because China is pop. China is dad. And they slap the dick of the North Koreans anytime they get out of line. And they don't want them having a nuke. China won't let North Korea have a nuke. They helped them with their rocket systems, their ICBMs. They've successfully tested intercontinental ballistic missiles. Iran actually cooked one off last year. We know this. But they're not going to give them a nuke. But they will help them down that path to create instability in the region. But if you think that Russia wants Iran to have nuclear weapons, you're fucking insane. Russia has killed more terrorists than the United States has. They hate terrorists. They can't stand them. They're in it because they're running proxy, which creates the Middle East having instability and allows them to being the sole provider for Eastern Europe and China energy. This isn't hard, folks. But Sarah McBride, Tim, Jimmy, whatever his fucking name is, they're right. But not the way that he thinks he's right. We don't care about countries like England or Israel or even Saudi Arabia or Japan, which doesn't have it yet, but getting a nuclear weapon. We don't care about those things because we understand that they don't want one. So as the world moves towards a different level of innovation and technology, we're getting smaller. We're not getting bigger. Nukes are used for deterrence, that people stay in line, that they don't increase the overall escalation from DEFCON 5 to 1, that they don't use weaponry like chemical weapons or using weaponized chickenpox or mustard gas or sarin, that there has to be a civilized account for the way that we do war. And the moment that you cross over that line and you decide to go ahead and start using Moabs or using kunai missiles to level or hypersonics to take out carriers,
you're going to have an option to use a larger weapon system like a tactical nuke or a hydrogen bomb, and that is the deterrence. Iran doesn't recognize that deterrence. They just attacked 17 different countries, folks. They want one bomb. One bomb.
You know what I noticed throughout that whole video?
Yeah.
Was that he has a new haircut and it hides his Adam apple.
Well, listen, I don't like him, but he happens to be actually correct. But correct in the analogy, but not correct in the final solution. There isn't a race to arms to gain more nuclear weapons. Yes, we have enough nukes in this world to destroy it multiple times over. The point is that there's only a couple of countries that are moving towards the acquisition of a nuclear weapon right now who don't already have it. India already has it. We know Pakistan wants them. We know North Korea wants them. We know Iran wants them. But there isn't this massive push for nukes. There really isn't. Go ahead. Anonymous is in it with $50 in it to win it. 1 ticket plus 2. 1 for Randy Leach and 1 for a needed fan. Thanks, y'all, just passing through. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Anonymous.
All right. So I got to give McBride credit. That was very well said. It's just her conclusion is wrong. The facts are right, but the conclusion is incorrect. Does everyone understand what I'm saying here? Got it? Good? Good. Great. Kamala. Then we're going to get into some Iran stuff after Kamala and Biden. Here's Kamala. Yeah, she looks like she had her hot sauce in the bag, swag. Here she is.
I predicted a lot about what's happening right now.
Oh, my God.
She sounds drunk.
I'm not into saying I told you so, but we did see it coming. But what I did not predict is that we would not have Jesse Jackson with us right now to help us get through this. And this afternoon has been such a beautiful remembrance of his spirit, his life, and his faith. And in a way that Reverend Al talked about it and so many others have, I do think of this afternoon as what it is doing for me to renew my faith in what is possible.
Oh, God, this fucking
fueled
woman.
by the hope that Jesse Jackson so often reminded us of.
You are an idiot!
What was her thing? What did she say?
I don't know.
Venn
diagram?
No, not Venn diagram. It was like
the burden of what has been.
Yeah, something like that. That's, yeah. She sounds like she had a wee too many martinis before she stepped on stage.
Wee too many. Folks, there's 2 countries right now actively trying to get nukes, okay? And I'm just going to tell it to you so you stop worrying. Iran and North Korea. That's it. 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 2. North Korea ain't going to get one. China doesn't want North Korea to have a weapon. They're not going to get it. The Japanese won't allow it. Japanese won't allow it. So North Korea, we've got them on hold. Iran, this is why. There's 2 countries. 2. That's it. For McBride to be here like, oh my God, all these countries are trying to get. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. Would you like to know the countries that are talking about getting nuclear weapons? Talking. Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Japan, Germany, Turkey, Poland. That's it. That's it. I don't care about Poland having them. I don't want Turkey to have them. I don't care about Saudi Arabia. It'll bring good balance to Israel. Seriously? I don't care about Japan getting them either. Japan is with us to the end. Japan is one of our strongest allies. Everyone goes Israel. Japan loves us. Venezuela is going to love us too. But there are a few countries that want nukes that are talking about. Germany? I think you should completely keep Germany as disarmed as possible. Just me. Germany's been involved in 2 world wars. That's enough for me to say I don't want a third. But Can we relax with nukes that everyone's trying to get a nuke? It's not the people who want nuclear power and nuclear deterrence. It's the people who want one. Who said that? Do you know who said that, Liv?
No, I've heard it, but I'm not sure who actually said
Wasn't Schopenhauer,
that.
was it?
I don't know who Schopenhauer is.
I know it was in a good movie with George Clooney.
You should put quote.
I know.
Who said quote?
Can't remember where I heard it. It was called a movie called Peacemaker. Yeah, John F. Kennedy. The line, the problem is not the nation that already possesses nuclear weapons. The danger is the spread of nuclear weapons to the nations that do not yet have them. No, that's not what he said. See, so this was from a movie. I thought it was Schopenhauer that said it, not Oppenheimer. Schopenhauer, Arthur Schopenhauer. But either way, it was from a movie called Peacemaker, but it's a very good saying. I'm not worried about the country that wants 1,000 nuclear weapons. And Nicole Kidman said it in the movie Peacemaker. I'm only worried about the one that wants one. This is true. This is absolutely true. Play it. Don't come, I'm going to come. You wish.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm going to come.
Oh. Biden is a racist.
Go figure.
Well, earlier, when I was a kid, I had a cleft palate or a club foot, none of you would have laughed. But it's okay to laugh at stuttering. I'm not being critical of you, but think about it. It's the one place where people think you're stupid. Oh, really? I'm a hell of a lot smarter than most of you.
Oh, my God.
But all kids.
Is this like white kids are just as smart as black kids? Oh, or black kids are just as smart as white kids? My God, this guy. Folks, it is In It to Win It. $25 donation gets you to win
they must have
the
given him some good meds.
I'm in the commercial! Is it you're fucking trolling me now, right? No. I mean, is that what you're doing? No. Are you doing this on purpose?
No.
I mean, it's got to be on purpose. It's every time I play this fucking video, baby.
I wasn't looking at you playing it.
Wank!
Did I break you down?
I need some
love. $25. Don't say a word. Shh. You can get a blanket. You can get the collegiate jacket. You can get the Old Dumb Nation jacket, $25. This is the Columbia soft shell jacket. It is all embroidered, all stitched. The original one has 6,000 stitchings. The new one has over 36,000. You'll be entered to win the Monday drawing. And then every entry for $25, one time, you get a spin on the wheel. But then at the end of the year, all your entries get accumulated into multiple spins to win the big giant prize at the end of the year that we don't know what it's going to be yet. But it's going to be awesome. Do me a favor and enter $25 in it to win it. We're already giving one jacket away that's guaranteed, so you can get in now. I don't think we're going to hit 1,000 tonight, but you can still get in. We've already hit our goal, so one jacket will be given away. And if we get some amazing donations between now and the end of the show, which is going to be shortly, we're going to get into the good part now, so give yourself a chance. Go pick up some coffee, some shirts, share the show, like the show. Right now, we've only got 82 shares. That's ridiculous. That's fascist, please. We've got over 40 people on Rumble. We've got a bunch of people on Spreely. We've got a bunch of people on Facebook and YouTube, 85 on Facebook. Please hit the like button for us. We would appreciate it. If you can't donate, it's okay. Just hit the like button and get the word out. Here is, now here's the fun stuff. The Lucas drone. My name is Luca. I live downstairs from you. Never seen me before. Remember that song? My name is Luca. You don't remember that song?
It's vaguely familiar, but no.
What was her name? It wasn't Edie Brickell. Edie Brickell in The New Bohemian. She did, what I am is what I am, and what you are is what. It's like, shoot that.
Yes, I remember that one.
Suzanne Vega was her name. She did, My Name is Luca.
I think I remember it. I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Lucas drone. You guys are like, what's the Lucas drone? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. Here, show the jacket. Oh, show the jacket, Liv. See, there's the dumb. It's got a collegiate, the dumb show on it. And on the inside sleeve, it's got a football and the 2020 conception date of our show. And then on the back, we get to see that ass. It's a great ass. No, your fucking ponytail's in the way. So that's the Don't Unfriend Me show. It's just a great jacket. It's awesome. It's a collegiate jacket. It's a great ass. Ferocious, ain't I?
I designed it.
You're such a power trip. Luca lives on the second floor. Lives downstairs from you. Guess you've never seen me before. If you hear thumping late at night, don't try to struggle, don't try to fight. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. My name is Luca. Okay, so the Lucas drone, what is it? And what's the don't start with me. And the Shahid drone, what is it?
Not a clue.
Okay, well, I'm going to show you. Remember I told you that the United States captured... Sue's like, wowsy. You guys remember I told you that the United States captured a Shahid drone? And then went ahead, there was a Shahid 130, I believe. And the United States captured one that was intact, and then they sent it back to some of the top, McDonnell Douglas, Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and had them reverse engineer it. Well, this is the Lucas drone, and I have a little video to show you just so you guys understand how kick-ass the United States is. Watch this.
The U.S. military is using a brand new weapons system in this conflict. Let me bring in a life-size model so we can have a look. This is the Lucas attack drone. It stands for low cost.
Now, I am going to say that the naming of these systems, I'm a little disappointed in, because I'm going to show you the ODIN system, and it's really, really cool. Like, I don't mind the Lucas, and I don't mind the ODIN. It's what it stands for. It's a little weird, but listen, this is what it stands for.
Attack drone. It stands for low cost unmanned combat attack system. It's about 10 feet long, about 8-foot wingspan. It's powered by a propeller, so it doesn't give off a big heat signature that can be tracked easily. Carries about 40 pounds of explosives. And interestingly, this was modeled after, cloned from, an Iranian drone, the Shahed 136.
That's right, the Shahed 136, not the 130, sorry.
Kamikaze drone. The Shahed is a real favorite with the Iranians, and when one was
and been sold to Russia as well.
Captured by U.S. forces, they took it to engineers and said, make us a copy of this, and even better. Now, when the Iranians are launching their drones to attack outward, the U.S. is turning a very similar device back upon them and turning this small weapon into a big player in this battle.
Except, but wait, there's more. There's one little critical thing that it has that these other drones don't have, and I can't tell you what that is. I'm sorry. But if you pay attention, in about 3 slides, I'm going to show you a weapon system called ODIN, and you could probably figure out what shielding that it has that these other drones don't have. So just pay attention, and you'll figure it out. Hopefully, you guys are there with me. Put it in. Paul Rivera. In it to win it. One for me and another for
extra.
An extra lottery drawing.
Thomas Austin thinks I'm younger than I really am.
Thomas Austin's trying to get laid. Here's the... Then I also told you... Now remember the Lucas drone?
Yes.
And remember the Shahed drone, the 136. Now I told you about the Iran carrier. And this is the Shahid Madavi.
Okay.
Shahid Madavi versus Shahed. It's got an I, so it has an E sound. Shahid Madavi, not the chocolate. That's Moldova, I think. It's a propaganda video from the Iranians. Wow.
Oh, it's
That's
so cute.
It's so little and small.
They should watch the actual videos of actual planes taking off and
No, this is really, you know, you want to.
It's adorable.
You know what's great, even if it's little and small, is that it syncs the same too. Whoops. Bye-bye. It's now at the bottom of the ocean, on fire, and its flight deck is completely destroyed, and it is no longer operational, and won't be because they don't have a dry dock anymore. So that's gone.
Bummer.
Bye-bye.
That's why the amount of drone attacks has been down to what, 12?
Right. Well, it's because this was actually, surprisingly enough, going to go off the Med, and this was going to be used to strike outside the Gulf, but also used to support the Lebanese and hit northern forces in Israel. The range of these things can be up 170 to, 350, 400 miles. They're like a motorcycle engine, but no longer. Bye-bye.
You know what my favorite part of that video was?
I don't know.
Is it sounded like an actual jet.
Well, I love how they pump that in there. By the way, those things they are a jet. They are a turbine engine. It's fucking loud. Those things are loud. It's not like a real jet though. Here's the thing. So they made that cool video. So the United States went ahead and made a response video. Here it is.
Listen to me. The Islamic Republic of Iran, it's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there. Jihadi Navy, have you seen her? Look around at the big mistake. They had dreams of a world takeover. Now they're dead hard to celebrate. All the jihadi ships around you, right here on the ocean floor. The terrorists we're destroying, the suffering will not ignore. Under the sea, troops of Khomeini. Freedom is better, Sharia endeavor for our liberty. American planes bombing all day. For the Iranian people we are prey. Bombs they exploding, their ships no more floating, now they're under the sea. God bless President Trump. God bless America.
Brendan Dilley does it again. The Dilley Mean Team. Go over and follow him on Twitter. They are hilarious. Kat wants a donor ticket.
Got it.
We're not done. We're going to keep going. You guys remember that underground bunker that I told you about and the strategic shots of it, and told you how extensive it was and how amazing when I saw those videos. And I said, that was just one of the most strategic things I've ever seen. You guys, I'm going to show you essentially what this is. Debbie Boggs donated $25.
She's in.
And she's in it to win it. Debbie, thank you. This goes to Yash. Thank you for the video, my friend. I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you're up. You kind of had a long 8 days, but I appreciate you, my brother. Straight from the IDF, a little underground bunker video to show you what we hit and what we struck. This is provided by the Israeli Defense Force. This is the layout of, in the middle of Tehran, the areas that were hit with multiple GBUs and bunker busters. That this thing was spread out multiple city blocks, had very complicated underground tunnels, and this is where a lot of them moved to for safety. The Iranian State Police was here. You also had leadership here, and they believe that they were safe in these underground bunkers. And this is ultimately the size and scope of them. And if you look, here is what happened to them. Enjoy.
How far down were those bunkers?
Can't answer that question.
Okay.
Because then that would explain the overall penetration
technology
of the technology and the overall depth of the weapon systems. But I can just tell you
that the bunkers are gone.
Yeah, obliterated.
Good.
And you could see them. And they kept it in the footprint of the entire maps. They had a full mapping system of what they were targeting, and this is all gone.
Bummer.
So there it is, folks. I want to talk to you about the optical dazzling interdictor naval laser, also known as the ODIN. I'm sorry.
Can I put this in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Put it in. In it to win it.
Deirdre Daly. Happy Jacket Friday from Colorado.
Thank you, Colorado. We love you, Deirdre. So the optical dazzling interdictor naval laser, known as the ODIN. This is a great video. Watch this. Remember, think back to the Lucas drone and what it may have that the Shahed 136 may not.
A U.S. destroyer. There are at least 2 destroyers deployed in Operation Epic Fury that are equipped with the ODIN. It's a new laser seen here a few days ago. ODIN blinds drone sensors, causing them to crash. It's a last-ditch weapon used to defend ships from drone attacks. We're told it has not been used yet in Epic Fury. Now, the U.S. has deployed the EA-18G Growler to jam electronic signals, causing dozens of Iranian drones to fall out of the sky, and is using advanced precision laser-guided rockets to shoot down drones from the air, ground, or
Apaches and Cobras, helicopters.
sea. The U.S. and Israel do continue their offensive strikes against drone storage depots and launchers. CENTCOM released this video showing it destroying an Iranian drone carrier, roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier. This multi-layered strategy counters Iran, which seemingly is trying to flood the zone with these cheap $35,000 Shahed drones until the Gulf states run out of expensive counter-drone munitions like the $4 million Patriot missiles. Ukraine is also helping to fight Iran's drones. This is an ad for the Sting. It's a Ukrainian drone interceptor, a quadcopter that hunts and takes down Iranian drones. Ukraine and the UK have also developed an AI-powered interceptor called the Octopus, which has reportedly been discussed by the Gulf.
Happy birthday, Tiffany. Man, can we find some better names like the Kraken? I mean, the Nighthawk, the Nightcrawler. I don't know, just the Onyx Scythe. I mean, the Octopus. Come on.
States in this war. Ukraine is an expert at drone fighting, dealing with swarms of Iranian drones fired by the Russians.
So I'd say 4 to 5 days a week. There's a very
The Good, the Bad, the Ugly says, how are they powering that laser? It's not a laser. It's an emitter. And it's low yield. So it doesn't need as much power. The ODIN is powered completely different. The ODIN requires a power system that's much, you're going to have to use 2 and 2 on that. And just look at the overall cruiser and the destroyer and figure it out. You'll understand the power requirements. But that's not the ODIN on the back of that Humvee. That's the Growler. And it uses electronic emissions, ECM, to go ahead and interrupt.
large strike of anywhere around 250 to 350, maybe a max of 400 drones in a day. So they're seeing what we're seeing, our worst days that we had, 2 or 3 days ago. They see that 3 to 4 days a week, every week for, say, 2 years.
These Ukrainian drone interceptors cost about $3,000 each. That is nothing and could be a game changer in this war. Dana?
All right, keep us posted on all of that.
Like I said, the United States has countermeasures. Let's go ahead. We're moving into the final time, folks. I'm going to get off of here and go watch my game with my wife. But a compilation of explosions just to kind of explain what's going on. First one is a APC type unit. Looks like a mobile platform. Could be a drone launcher. Yeah, probably a drone launcher. Was a drone launcher. That poor guy. He didn't even see it coming. He was still in the cab. Hardened bunker. Probably a hardtop building which stored drones. Another refueler. Mobile launcher. That's a big mobile launcher. That is a medium-range ballistic missile. Was. Operation Epic Fury. That's happening a few hundred times a day, folks, and we're running out of targets So they are now going to pull up a lot of their underground targets. And that is unfortunately a plus because we find out where to HK that single target by blowing up the entire underground position, as I showed you last night. Here is Candace Owens.
Oh, boy.
Wanted to show you some things about how, first of all, she says Erica is a robot, and she's a hybrid, half human, half cyborg.
I didn't bring my tinfoil hat.
Oh my God, this one! Someone needs to. Can we just swing a drone over there and blow her up?
Can somebody just tell her that
Maria? We already put you on the list.
She won a trip to Iran. She needs to go over to Iran right now.
Yes, her and Katarlson and get their $7,000. Did you guys hear? Remember they said that the Jews were paying people $7,000. They actually have evidence that it was Iran, Qatar, and a few other Muslim countries that were actually doing it for disinformation campaigns. Thought you guys would want to know that. By the way, I didn't get any of those Jewish dollars. I'm a little unhappy. Here's Candace. Listen to this batshit crazy. $25 coming in from Tommy Cawthon. $25. Sorry, I'm late. I will go back and watch. You should. It's a good show. Here is Candace Owens. Listen to this. Carrie, why does the screen go black? Because it's using something called FLIR. And FLIR recognizes overall density of heat signature. And FLIR is very useful for multiple things. It recognizes dissipating heat signature, and it's finite to like 1/4 of a degree. Tommy, thank you. So you can actually use FLIR, and it recognizes degrees of temperature, unlike IR, which has like a 5 to 10 degree separation depending upon the ambient temperature, and is affected by the ambient temperature. So therefore, if it's 98 degrees outside and you're looking for a 98 degree human, you're going to get nominal results. But with FLIR, it doesn't work that way because FLIR uses multiple technologies along with infrared and overall light sensitivity and heat sources. So FLIR will actually show you, doesn't matter what the outside temperature, it doesn't matter what surrounding areas are, it will actually recognize footprints on the ground. So somebody walking and the heat residue it leaves. So FLIR is very useful. It can recognize also heat transfer into objects. Say somebody's laying underneath a tarp or laying under leaves. It will recognize and give you the outline of that person's overall body silhouette based upon the surrounding area. FLIR is very useful. The only issue is when there is a massive explosion and transfer of heat and it over volumes the heat it's looking at, in the sense that if it's looking at ambient temperature of 72 degrees and a body at 98.6, but then all of a sudden it heats up to 1200 degrees because there's a massive explosion and a sympathetic explosion of gasoline, it is immediately going to turn a dark black color versus IR or regular optics, night optics, which would turn a bright white. It's opposite in FLIR and turns to a dark black. When it's a high propensity of heat, it goes to the opposite. Does that make sense?
Would it work against a Mylar film blanket?
Would FLIR work against a Mylar film blanket?
It's not that like the silver, they look almost like aluminum foil.
Oh,
blankets.
Yeah. So you're talking, well, considering that those it would stick out like a sore thumb, right? So that blanket is going to show up and reflect in a very different way, and it's going to change the volume of heat index around that blanket. So you're not maybe able to see the human silhouette, but it would most assuredly kick off on FLIR. It's used by some search and rescue. Yep, it's used by police all the time. You'll see it. So FLIR is a very, very popular optics to use. Here's Candace.
But I know that Charlie was very happy with Erica, and I know that Erica was a reason. She was, pushing Charlie, as women do, to really think through his ideas and think through what it was that he believed in one way or the other. Men carry the weight of the world on their shoulders, and they were following that. This was a faithful couple. This is a woman who consulted a priest and prayed when she felt that somebody had put a hex on her husband. And I just think everyone is being a little unfair by trying to assign so much ill will towards someone who hasn't done anything to warrant that. I would be so blessed to have a friend like you that said, how did Erica Kirk scam a genius like Charlie? The more I hear her past interviews, the dumber she sounds. I don't get it, shaking my head. On the topic of women, Charlie wasn't a genius. He just wasn't a genius on the topic of women. Don't be ridiculous. And you grow to trust people. People forget how young Charlie was. So even in terms of who was around him. You make mistakes. We are all human. It doesn't matter how genius you are. People keep going, well, he was so brilliant. He was so brilliant. And then he sees a girl and things change and you're no longer thinking clearly and emotions get into the mix. We've all been there before. We have all been there before. She made him happy. And I just want you guys to know that. And so when you're putting stuff out there, just imagine that you're in her shoes. Imagine the size and the scale of that company. And imagine that on top of everything, you've got people that are digging into every layer of your life and not necessarily getting everything right. And I just really just feels to me like it's unfair. But I know that Charlie was very happy.
I've moved to hate. Like it's straight up hate. Like I hope she gets oral herpes type of hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's freaking
She was
nuts.
so infatuated with him. She's broken. Ben Shapiro broke her, but she loved him so much. And she can't stand that a white blonde woman landed Charlie Kirk. She wanted that jungle fever. She wanted it bad. Remember, I called it, folks. Told you Candace was fucking nuts. You guys wanted her as vice president. I'm just remember.
Brenda Shepard, it's been crazy the past couple of weeks. My grandson came home after missing for 2.5 years. That's awesome. My heart is full, but he claimed my jacket. I won last year trying for another.
Oh, Brenda, that's awesome. Good to see you.
news.
It's good to have you back. Yeah, I told you Candace was nuts.
Yes.
Last one. Oh yeah, very recent. The one that before was like right when he died, and then there was a couple days old. This is like the same time she talked about how she's a cyborg and they upload data to her. Don't wear those sparkling pants, wear black pants. Don't wipe your tear away. Pat it this way. That they upload, whatever's on the internet, and then her cyborg data changes her persona and her mannerisms based upon the algorithms. This bitch is nuts. And she's been nuts for a while. But she's fucking wacko. Candace Owens is like, like I told you, she will fall from grace, and I promise you, she's going to eat a bottle of something. She's just, I'm telling you, paranoid schizophrenic, and I will not be surprised if we get a phone call one day where it says, ladies and gentlemen, Candace Owens, unfortunately, is no longer alive, and looks to suicide. I don't wish that on anybody, but she reminds me of the type. She's the type of person that she's going to lose it. And she's going to realize that all the things she did, she's going to have that moment of clarity. And when she does, I predict.
I don't know if she'll ever have a moment of clarity.
Oh, she will. She will. I mean, she's deranged. She's completely psychotic. She's fucking nuts. And she'll have to come to reality sometime. Something will happen. And she'll come to reality. And just like my mom and just like other crazy people we've met, they will have a breakdown. And usually it's self-inflicting. That's my comment. Here's
bitter bitch syndrome.
Yeah, she's horrible. Here's the last one, Nick Fuentes. I thought I would take his comment. I told you guys last night that he was going to become a Democrat. And if you don't remember, Nick Fuentes is getting a lot of credit on the internet for naming some things that Trump was going to do in his 2024 term. But, I find it really interesting because you guys, I had a little prediction myself. I don't know if you knew this, but I figured I would show it to you. Way back in 2024, August, he says, live on Rumble talking about Trump's flip-flop on abortion. And I said, Nick will be switching to the left any day now. I said that back in August 31st of 2024, that Nick Fuentes was going to come out for the left. Remember I said that? Mm-hmm. And I put that on Twitter and people were like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, I predicted it. Here's the thing. Here is his video of his words, and we've altered the picture a little bit, and somebody decided to go ahead and play a little trick on Nick Fuentes. Here it is. Watch this.
You can call me a Democrat. You can call me whatever you want. I'm playing both sides. Okay, we play both sides like Chanel. We're playing both sides. Democrat, Republican. I am going with whatever hates my enemies more. And right now, Republicans are my enemies. I want to destroy them. You can call me a Democrat. You can call me whatever you want. I'm playing.
Look at the posters in the back. Backstreet Boys, Hanson. Now watch the Hanson poster right on his right-hand side of his ear.
Both
watch
sides.
their mouths.
Okay, we play both sides like Chanel. We're playing both sides. Democrat, Republican. I am going with whatever hates my enemies more. And
I called it, folks. Nick Fuentes is most assuredly a lefty.
Massicana.
He is a gay Mexican midget. We know he's bisexual. There's proof coming out about it. And honestly, I don't care about that. I wish Nick the best. I hope he finds a woman or a man, whatever makes him happy. I hope he finally realizes that his hatred that he has is not a movement. It's not a big thing. He rounded up people who are dumb. That's what he did. And he told them not to have sex with women. He told them to hate the Jews and hate blacks. And there have been plenty of people who've done that in the past. It's not significant. It's nothing new. And it's easy to con people who literally lick windows. So congratulations to Nicky Fuentes, the gay midget Mexican. You are now a lefty, just like I said you were going to be. And he went, I'm not a Democrat. Yes, you are. You said to vote for Kamala. You said this in the midterms. You are against Trump. You hate Trump. And the reason why you hate Trump is because he excommunicated you from Mar-a-Lago because you were a Jew-hating Nazi fuck. And ever since then, you've had a black... Will you go pee?
Yes. I'm sorry. I wanted to wait.
You guys are laughing. She sits here and bounces and gyrates when she's got to go pee. But this is what he's done. This is who he is. And when he went to Mar-a-Lago with Maya Yiannopoulos and Ye, Donald Trump repudiated him in the press and said, I want nothing to do with this guy. I don't even know who this guy is. And Nick Fuentes has been spinning out ever since. He's been melting down ever since, and he can't handle the rejection. Well, Nikki... suck it up, Buttercup. He is cooked. Folks, I want to thank you for being on tonight. We reached 738 and 738.63. We're going to be giving one jacket away. We can't do two. They're too expensive, but we're going to give one jacket away to a winner. Matt, I think you're onto something about Candace's thyroid. I do too. I think she's got some problems, but I want to thank you guys for helping us out. Thank you for making an amazing birthday for Olivia last night. Next week,
called Old Lady Bladder.
Next we got Chuck coming in, and Kathleen and Brad Kohler coming in. We got Chuck coming in on the 13th. We've got Jessica Lynch on the 31st. We are stacked, folks. We've got a busy couple of weeks. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for helping. It keeps the show on. It keeps us moving. We're going to hold our drawing on Monday, and we're going to do, you know what we may do? I think we're going to do a jacket and a bag of coffee. And I know that's not huge, but it's at least something. Is that cool, Mom?
Yeah.
So we'll do maybe a jacket and a couple bags of coffee just to help out. We love you guys, and you guys gave us much more than we thought, and it's enough where maybe we can just give a couple bags of coffee. So anticipate that. We've got the list of winners.
We've got 6 extra entries. We had a lot more people who asked, so I will do a random drawing. I'll have the kids help me do that this weekend.
And guys, we would love to take care of everybody, but we can only do about 6. So it's, we understand that we're trying to raise money for the show. This is our living. This is what we do, but we also want to try to give back. So we're going to do a couple bags of coffee, and we'll do the jacket. We'll do the jacket first, and then we'll put everybody in for the coffee. That way everyone gets to spin on the big prize. God bless you. Thank you. Go Avs. Thanks for everything you do. We'll see you guys on Monday. Good night.
Thank you.
Night, everybody.
Night.
Adjusting transmitter output.
This is the Don't Unfriend Me Show with your hosts, Matt, Leroy, Amy, and Olivia. Geopolitics, military analysis, and election coverage. Coming to you live on all major social media channels at The Dumb Show. Honest, direct, unfiltered. We can agree, we can disagree. Just don't unfriend me.
Have a good weekend.